Everyone, this is Chris Assis, and today we have our first video on musicality, but it is exactly what you're not expecting it to be. So I got a question from one of the leaders here in Bautans, and the question was, how do you clearly deliver your intention on the music to the follower, so you can stay connected and there's no disconnect and a feeling of uh, a stickiness. So I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, let's find a way to tackle this one. And it's a great intro to musicality and basically to understanding music through movement. So there's a lot of movement in this video, but it's not the kind that you usually do, meaning exercises, tips, drills that you do with your feet, but it's something that you do with your hands. We're gonna keep it very, very, very simple, and it is based on creating a spontaneous response. So, just to enhance on spontaneity, I want you to pick a song or an orchestra that you do not like, that you do not listen to, that you have not danced to. So I cheated a little bit. I do like his work, but I rarely listen to it. So it's Horacio Salgan. I love his work, and but it's not something that you would common. It's not common in the milongas, so that's why I chose it. I think I've never danced to his work, so I chose that, even though I do like it a lot. So something that's not common, something that you do not listen to, that's important. I have the link at the bottom. If you want to use the same song I used, go for it. You don't really have to though. So just find an orchestra that you very, very rarely listen to. That's prerequisite number one. Number two, find some space. Have enough space so you can move. Number three, find a pen that works well and you can easily write on paper with it. Number four, find a long sheet of paper or stick lots of sheets together. And number five, have fun. Let your mind just express itself. Ooh, it went dark there. Express itself through your hand. Here we go. So here you can see the outcome of, going on maybe 1 minute of the song, and then I had to flip the page and do that for the rest of the song. So it's just a line, right? But it changes intensity and it becomes circular as well. It goes up and down and all around, right? So that's when I realized right here at the end that this is the end of the paper. So what do you notice about this line? It doesn't have to look good. It's not like Picasso. We don't really care about that. What we care about that it has a continuous flow, and that you're just letting your hand create a response, right? So you want to, if you can close your eyes, if you're in a safe place. That's why I chose to be on the floor instead of standing, so I don't bump into things. So you can have create a safe environment around you, so you can actually close your eyes and let your hand just move. And yeah, that's it. Just respond to the music without thinking of, making any mistakes or making things look good. We don't care about that. And here you can see the difference um, that it made when the singer came into play. So things are a lot more, how do you say, diverse. So you have, my hand was and my mind was just responding to what was more evident, what was more obvious. So when the singer's voice was coming into the game, the changes were greater. We have straight lines, we have peaks, we have great drops, like this one right here. We have a lot of circular movements. We have waves. So it's a little bit different compared to what it was before when we only had the music or the intro, right? So that's one thing that we can notice about this. The other thing that I want you to notice is how we get from one phase to the next. So you start off, you start off with a phrase. How do we change? You see how the arm, it can't go, it would be unnatural to just go straight up and straight down. There's always a slight arch. There's always how can we say it, a slope of a certain intensity, right? And that's the preparation for movement. So if we follow this line and we try to make some sort of understanding, there is not, the lines are not exact, they're not straight. They wouldn't go like perpendicular. They're never like straight up or straight down. Even here, if you see it, it always has a little arch, circular corners, great slopes maybe, but not straight lines. There's no starting from 0 and going to 100%. So there is always a preparation. Same thing for the circles. That's how our arm knows how to move, right? So you get into a circular movement, there is a preparation to it. You can see it here, and you can see it here too. There is a preparation for the circle, and this is something that we need to have in our minds, of how our body works, moves, and how our mind prepares for that movement, creates that movement within, and then the body creates it outside. So this is very important to have in mind, that you can't, you need the preparation time, especially when we're talking about a dance that you're not dancing on your own, but you're dancing with someone that you need to lead, or if you're a follower, that you need to follow the lead and listen to the lead, create movement, right? So there is always those phases in between. Those, how do you get to this peak right here, right? Or how do you get down the peak and into something else? So those phases in between are the important phases, are the phases that you create, that you prepare to create something new. So this phase in between, how do you go from this peak, this one right here, to this peak right here, to maybe a pause or a gentle flow into another peak right here. So this is a preparation phase, how you get from top peak to another one.
Ya sé que te lastima, yo sé que me hace daño,